trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands.
Go defense.
Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They're going to look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play there on the catch and run. 40 yards. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go defense.
2nd and 4.
Here comes pick.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. They'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gators. Watch the slant.
Get up.
Ready.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marvin Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Run. Run.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
One defense, give me that ball defense. We need to stop defense.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Oh, way to jump, 41.
Touchdown.
That was a pick. He was in your way, but Sean knows he was right there.
Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now back to throw. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And now it's second down.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Target, 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 target.
57 to Mike. Mike 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Ready?
Second and 10. Johnson's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He'll drop to throw. Complete to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. This is Smith, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll drop the throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, this is Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. He finds his man Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he finds Howard complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Hold it. Hey.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Get off me. Leave one stiff on the
goes a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Jones. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They're going to look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
Check 9, check 9.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying her.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marvin Hall. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This quarterback now, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Looking to throw, and that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. They'll set up a throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Geis, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now back to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Come on, defense. Anchor down, defense.
They'll look to throw.
Anchor down, fucking defense. Come on.
Open man here is
Come on.
Foster. And he'll go down
Anchor
at the
down,
26,
defense. Come
following
on.
a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. He's back to throw.
Pick.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Come
Let's
on.
see who this is on.
Evan?
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Come on, defense.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball
Come on, defense.
It surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Come on, defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go.
Pressure drops off as they look to throw.
Come on. Ball. Bingo.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Let's go, baby.
Tavon Wilson, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Jackson.
There you go. Move it.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
51 for Mike, boy, 51. I got him. Now.
And they'll indeed take a knee. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, You've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.